Wagwan conscious creators, man. It's been a long time since I've recorded a video. It's been a very long time. I've been a little out of the loop, but I'm building back my momentum and looking to build it back stronger, much more stronger than before. Um, and I definitely want to take you guys on that journey with me. So, if you guys, by the way, if you're hearing like a very strong echo, or maybe you can't really hear it, um, please excuse that. But I wanted to shoot this video around the topic of not being fearful anymore because I want to, be able to honest with you guys. Not that I'm not usually, but for the last several years of my life, I feel like I've lived in fear a lot. Um, and the reason why I said that is because I've been fearful of being true to who I am and expressing that in the broader society in terms of how I live and um, different things like that. You know, and so I wanted to start this phase of my life with being true to who I am and not being afraid of the opinions of others, not being afraid of the judgment of others, not being fearful of anything at all, actually. And it might be surprising to many to maybe hear that I have been fearful in certain respects, but the truth is I have been. And for those who truly know me, as in know me at least to know how my life is or has been, or to understand what is of great importance to me, um, then it would probably be a bit more clear to understand where I'm coming from. Because for the most part, a lot of the things that I tend to dwell on or focus on is not what maybe the typical or average person spends their time trying to understand or navigate um, throughout their life. Um, and so a lot of the times I tend to feel a little bit not necessarily out of place, but mm, just a little by myself sometimes in thought. But I feel like we're in a time where a lot of people are waking up to the truth that's that has been there for many years, but have unfortunately been kept away or kept hidden from the general public. And it's beginning to feel a lot more normal to have certain conversations. It's beginning to feel a lot more normal to have certain aspirations for your life, for that of your family. And I think it's so amazing. I think 2024 has definitely embodied that momentum. Um, and I am like here for it because it's allowing me during this phase of my life to feel a lot more comfortable just being me and not being anything except for that. So I wanted to create this video just to speak a little bit about the idea of not living your life in fear, because when you're doing that, unfortunately, you open up a can of worms that keep you in a loop of feeling unfulfilled and sometimes, or a lot of times, maybe angry, disappointed. And again, I'll be honest with you guys, I've went through my fair share of that over the last several years, primarily because of the fact that I was searching for other things that I knew were not fulfilling for me. And whether that be in the form of work or, different things that I'd get myself into, it it wasn't, unfortunately, I was running away from different things that I knew or I felt like I have a calling towards pursuing. And like I was saying, when you neglect the expression of the truth that lies within you, yeah, that tends to create a lot of blockages emotionally, energetically, um, and even spiritually. And I would not want anyone to go through that whole turmoil. because it's truly not worth it if you're willing to self-sabotage in that way and to deal with all the pain of withholding your light and withholding your truth. And my gosh, you might as well just go for it, and be you and do you according to what is in alignment with your purpose. And as I was saying, a lot of the things that I was pursuing was truly not, directly in alignment with my purpose. But of course, it all serves a purpose. But from an intentional standpoint, I know I was not being intentional with, or as intentional with a lot of my ambitions. And and so this video, this time, right now, is reflective of me moving into that space and being confident um, about my decision and being confident about the support that I have, and just trusting that. I think a part of the thing too is, I feel like I've always been that person who tries to be, a really good person in a certain way, and I don't necessarily like to disappoint people. I don't necessarily like to, um, I guess, how do you I'll just keep it simple in the sense that, yeah, I don't like to disappoint people. And not to say that I was living my life to please others, but at the end of the day, when you grew up in certain contexts, you do your best to uphold um, a certain image or a certain portrayal of what is deemed to be right or good. You know what I mean? And obviously, that comes with its complexities. But for me, I came to the realization that I have to find my own path that makes sense for me, and I can't live my life in a way that it's only serving to benefit someone else, or it's I'm just doing it to please other people, and I'm not actually taking into account what it is that is most meaningful for me. And it takes a lot of courage. You definitely have to be bold. You definitely have to be willing to step outside of your box um, to pursue such a path. And I'm 1,000% for it. And I'm saying all this to encourage you that if you're in that position right now, and you know that deep within what you're doing right now isn't bringing you the fulfillment that you desire and you know that you want, that now is the time to make that shift. And fear should never be, never, never, never be, um, at the core of why you're not doing it. Because you're going to always be held back based on those thoughts of negative beliefs that you create around the circumstances that would, you know, envelope that whole transition for you. So, so yeah, like I feel like really light, really blessed in so many ways to be able to get to this point. It's taken me such a long time, and like I said, a big part of this journey that I'm going through is to do my best to share with you my journey so that you all can learn and grow as you go along in your journey, and not to feel that you're alone in what you might be going through on a deeper level. Because I feel like a lot of people tend to stay on surface level with a lot of things that they may be encountering in their lives. And so these deeper conversations, we don't usually get to have it, whether people feel afraid of being judged and, or whatever the case may be. But for me personally, I was, well, maybe not obvious to everybody, but for me, I always want people to feel comfortable just being who they are, especially in my presence, because at the end of the day, like, nothing is more liberating and more fulfilling than you being able to be the true version of yourself and allowing that to blossom as it may, because we're never fixed into being this one personality or, having this one set way of being. Like, our life is all about an evolutionary process. And at this phase, you know, your life or your personality will be manifested in a certain context. And as time goes by, you learn, you grow, fall, you rise up. And these different things continue to shape you throughout the years of your life. And so you don't have to feel like, you might be having these thoughts or having these beliefs and you're not sure, and that it's okay. You know, everything is but for a time, and there are a lot of things that, you should allow yourself to endure and go through, knowing that you come out a better person, on the other side. Because if you let it sit and linger there for years upon years upon years upon years, unfortunately, that baggage will have a lot of implications, not just mentally, but physiologically. That's those things are what create the blockages that then manifest into diseases and stuff like that in your body. And so you want to keep that flow constant in your life, that you're not blocked or stopped by any of these type of negative thoughts, but you go after what it is that you believe and you pursue it to the maximal degree that you can. So this video is really to encourage you guys to stand up for who you are, stand up for what you believe in, and to not allow fear or opinions or even assumptions. Because sometimes you might not even get to that part where people are actually saying things to you, but you just start assuming. And so I encourage you to don't listen, don't listen to that negative voice in your head, but just trust the process and trust in the forces guiding your life, um, because it's a fact and it's a reality that you're going to be guided in the right direction. That's just how our life is designed to be, and you can trust that process. You know what I mean? So just want to shoot that quick message for you guys. You know, man, I can't begin to express, like, I've been waiting to kind of get to this point, and I'm like so happy, and I'm definitely looking forward to sharing so much more, as you guys begin to see how I move into my various processes for myself, to be of better impact to all of you guys and to those around me who are willing, um, to partake in this type of space. But I express my sense. Oh, this is my love and gratitude shirt, so if you can see, you know, it's kind of messed up, but my thing is always to express my sincere love and gratitude, because at the core of it all, like, those are two key foundational, expressions that I wish to always share with everyone that I'm around, that I'm with. Is to express my love, express my gratitude, and like I said, I'm looking forward to sharing more, with you guys, and you guys can, let me know if you can resonate, even if it's a little bit, with what I'm sharing, and we can build on having more conversations around this type of topic. But um, yeah, again, I express my love and gratitude, and I hope you guys continue to grow and becoming more conscious, becoming more aware of yourself, and not being afraid to express what or who you are, not being afraid to express that to the rest of the world, and sharing that blessing, that beautiful being that you are. You know what I mean? So yeah, so stay tuned for more, guys. I'll be shooting some more videos, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, stay blessed.